Okay, so first of all, let's have a look around EC2 to look at to start machines and how we schedule the machines to start and stop automatically. So we'll head into EC2, okay, and then we'll take a look at our instances that are currently running. So instantly you can see here these are all the machines that we have in EC2 at the moment. The ones that are prefixed with bubble are the ones that are in our isolated test environment, so they've got their own VPC. And then we've got this one that stands on its own here, this production DRS test. So that one's actually on our production network. It's linked into the 6 degree cloud, and that has its own VPC, and that isn't isolated, so that is accessible from within the CCG network. So we'll just ignore that one for now. But as you can see, some of these machines are running at the moment and some are stopped. It's really dead easy to start a machine. So if you wanted to start this one, for example, you highlight it here and you go to actions, you go to instant state, and then you hit start. Okay, so it'll give you a little warning there, so you want to do it, so it's a yes. Okay, you'll see that various statuses change here. It goes into pending first of all, and then it does some checks once it's up and running. It'll take a minute or two there to start. So while it's doing that, we'll take a look at these the tags that we apply to machines. Now, tags can do lots and lots of things within the AWS environment, but at the moment we're only using them to use this scheduler to start and stop machines automatically. So at the moment it's not really easy to see what these tags are. I mean, you can go down here on the machine here and it'll show us, the two tags that we've got. One is called name, and obviously the name of the machine, and the one that we're interested in at the moment is this scheduler EC2 start stop, and then there's some data there in the value about what to tell that key to do. So let's just change this view slightly so that we can see things that we need. So alarm status, we don't need that one. Public IP6, don't need that one. Monitoring, don't need that one. That's quite handy. So what we'll do is we'll add that one in, close that down, so we can see now here it gives me that that key, which is really handy because it lets me see what schedules now I've got running on these machines. Now you can see that this production test on here doesn't have anything, so that's totally manual. That start and stop that using these actions button here, so we can stop the machine there. But these will actually run on some kind of schedule. Now, details of what all these things do are in the knowledge base, so you'll be able to look at that as a reference and get a better idea of what all the settings are. But roughly speaking, default, if you set this key to default, it will start the machine at 8 o'clock in the morning and it will shut it off at 6 o'clock in the evening. So that's really handy for machines that we want up during the working hours. And at the moment we've got our domain controller ADC3, and we've got the UTM on default. Now that's really handy because those two machines really need to coexist with each other, and they need to be on if we're even going to access the environment using our client machine, which is also in AWS. So that's a really handy one. Okay, so defaults. Now these ones here, it looks a bit like gobbledygook, but these actually mean things. So for example, the 1600 here means shut off at 1600. UTC is the Universal Timing Scheme, I think. I think that's like British time, but without British summertime. So just be wary of that. And then obviously every weekday this rule is gonna kick in. So basically what this means is that these machines will stop at 6 o'clock every day, and they will not restart unless we manually restart them. Okay, so at the moment that's quite a handy one to have, because I've got some of these machines running. I'm doing some tests today, but that machine there, for example, will stop at 6 o'clock tonight, and it won't restart tomorrow. So that's it really for that. Like I say, we can go in here, we can edit those and update them to different, if I wanted just to change that to default, for example, I could just type default in there now, but no, I'm not going to. Yeah, so just check back at the reference guide that's on the knowledge base, and it's quite good, and it'll tell you all about how to create these different settings, and there's some examples on there as well which are worth looking at. So that's it for now. Check out the other videos.